Today I'm going to make you a decaf coffee because it is 6:29 p.m. Far too late for any sort of caffeine. But luckily, decaf coffee has gotten a lot better. So today we're going to brew Colombian, probably Castillo, although I don't know variety. They don't list the variety on here, but a lot of Castillo is really popular. Well, widely grown in Colombia. Ray, do you ever drink decaf?
No.
No.
I don't think I need it to be decaf because caffeine doesn't really affect me.
So you can go a little more coarse on the grinder with decaf because it's a little more soluble because there's been a lot of processing with it. And this, if you don't know, is a really interesting grinder because it's cordless. And slow feeding, because the theory is that the slower you grind, the more evenly it grinds. So the particle distribution is more even, so the extraction will be more even. But it's kind of crazy and really slow. It seems like the more inconvenient things are to brew coffee, the better it is. Overall, you know? So we're gonna use, now we have to fold the filter. So that's crazy. And it's done. So the whole thing is, it's not a quick process. But the way I see it is that it takes years and years to grow the coffee. So what for us feels like it takes a long time with a lot of steps is actually, this is just like, there's already been so many steps that have happened to make this coffee come here. So it's kind of worth it to try to, make it shine its best. So we got the Sybaris it's not the B3, it's the fast flat filter. And so this is a flat bottom dripper. It's the Dwell dripper. This is actually the old one. It has 3 prongs here. The new ones have 4. But it makes a relatively flat bottom. But, I almost forgot. One thing we're going to add is this Sybaris booster. So the theory is that it increases the contact points because every time you have something and then nothing, it's like it pulls the water down a little easier. So I'm going to throw this little boosty right into there. Can you see that? And so it's going to increase the contact points with this filter. So it's going to make it flow even faster, which is kind of crazy.
Do you put the water
No.
first?
So I'm pre-wetting. I honestly don't know like how much difference this makes, but in terms of like getting paper flavor out, but it is good to like heat up the brewer a little bit and just make sure everything's situated so nothing changes. But you can see it's pressing against the booster. It's flat. I'm going to dump this a little bit of rinse water. Got the scale, of course, in grams. So now, obviously, you have to smell the fragrance. So this is. Just smell it.
Oh, God.
What do you think it smells like?
It's so good.
Yeah?
It smells a little bit like coffee, kind of. Not everyone has a nose like you.
No.
But it kind of smells like lemongrass and like kind of like apricot-y.
I'm just reading the bag. This is the bed. So flat, pretty flat, not perfectly. Just give it a little tap. And then we're going to reset our scale. So it's 16.6. I'm going to do about 240, 92 Celsius to start. I'm going to do a little foreshadowing and put some mysterious water in there. And we'll tell you why in a minute. But this is ready to go. We're going to do our first pour. Kind of vigorously. We'll do it about 45. So this is the bloom, of course. And you can see little bubbles are popping up there. That's carbon dioxide leaving. It's mostly degassed at this point. I've had it in the freezer, but we'll give it like 30 seconds-ish. And then second pour, a little bit bigger. So I'm trying to raise it up in the dripper because it kind of maintains the temperature a little better. We'll do 140.
What
And
does that
so-
mean, 140 degrees?
Or 140 grams. So
What is happening over here?
I'm pre-wetting this mellow drip so it doesn't absorb as much heat from the whole thing. Basically, this is like a shower screen that I'm going to use in these next pours.
Why?
And it takes, see like the one chunk, the stream of water?
Yeah.
It makes it into a bunch of tiny droplets.
Okay. What's the
And
point?
that's just going to reduce the force that the water contacts the grounds with. So it's going to kind of chip away at them less. If you think about like like a rock or boulder just getting rained on, then eventually like little tiny bits of dust are going to chip away. But with this, it preserves it a little more, and those, you don't want those little chips of dust. So those are called fines, and they extract a little faster than the rest of the coffee, which is something we want to avoid. We'll go to 45. We want to avoid that because everything we're trying to do is like controlling extraction in an even way. So it's repeatable, and I can make tweaks if I need to, but if I don't measure these things, then I don't really know where to improve. And if you come here, you can see that it's pretty flat, mostly. It's trapped some fines and other bits on the side. So I don't know if you can get the color, but it's a little darker than some, but it's just like nice amber. Okay, what do you think? You gotta smell it. So it's a decaf coffee. So I assume it's a sugarcane process. So that's doesn't even say, but it takes out 97% of the caffeine. But the thermal shock is basically pasteurization. So it's just cleaning the cherry after they do the fermentation. It's a whole lot. I could say a lot more about it, but yeah, people kind of, thermal shock is not so much a process. Actually, it's more of a sanitization step in some ways after, and it's being used as a process. But we have the double, but that's good. But yeah, let's. You want to drink some? You guys, actually, both of you are here, so you might as well. And pick out your cup. So what's your favorite cup?
Probably this one.
The tiny little one?
Yeah.
Do you want I hit this one? Oh, actually, do this one. Maybe Nick wants some. Is Nick okay being on camera? You can sign a release form.
Well, we could sign. Yeah. We'll have to do that before
Okay. So this is some Colombian decaf coffee from Wilton Benitez in Cauca.
Hey!
And 6:37 right now. So it didn't really take that long. Cheers. I'm gonna let it cool.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Oh my! I actually like it.
Have I not given this before?
No, but I didn't think I was gonna actually like it. Griffin.
What do you like about it?
I don't. It's just good. I don't have adjectives. What do you like about it?
It's really intensely fruity and in like a malic sort of way, which is sort of one of the sides of your tongue. And it's not so citric as like when you think about a lemon, that would be more front of your tongue. It has some like caramel, almost like a carob, sort of like slightly nutty thing going on. And it has like a slight astringency that it's kind of like a black tea. Maybe that's what they're calling lemongrass. And black tea. But yeah, it's intensely fruity. It's like very malic. I love it. I think Black and White does a great job of like the colors they use on their bags seem to really match the profiles, because I do feel like it's a very orangey yellow kind of
would
vibe
you ever
coffee.
Put milk in here?
I wouldn't, but you could.
Really?
I don't have any, otherwise we would try. But yeah.
Okay. Any last words for the segment?
Thank you. And thank you to Black and White and Wilton Benitez and all the people involved in all these things. And I hope you learned something. And see you soon.